I don't need to mince my words anymore. I've lost my permanent resident status that I've held since 2014. That I started the application back in 2011. Yeah, I have studied design and worked in it, and there was no health problems until well, all the health problems that I had before 2015. As you can see by my immigrant health check, they were all maintained. There was no issues until these criminals, including criminals. So I don't have to mince the words now. Mark Henner's little bullshit in IGA. So I was trying to catch Mark Henner out because he told me that a police officer, a friend of his, this short little fat Greek guy called George, last name starts with Z, worked in Surrey Hills Police Station. That's where Mark Henner brought his crystal meth from. This is what it's about. So, started out 2015. I get back from America as a permanent resident to slowly pack up and move. My ex-partner, the only ex-partner I've got, is Giovanni Craig Consalvo. Now, as before I left for America, myself and Gio, we're at Marion and Richards in 2014. So my uncle Richard Mihowski, my auntie Maria Mihowski, and I was showing Richard Mihowski photos on my phone, talking about looking for English Bull Terriers, looking for an English Bull Terrier to purchase to take to America with me when I move. Not the first time. I've spoken about this back in 2006. I spoke about it in 2012 when I'm at my family's holiday house in 2012 at 23 Bangalow Street, East Long Beach. That was my nan and pop's house. So the Fleming side. I'm a Fleming, not a Rackley, idiots. And Gia was with me, and I was washing my nan Ruby's statue of an English Bull Terrier. Giovanni can confirm. And I said, so this is the dog that I'm going to get, moving to America and everything. Inside dog, they're perfect. They're great apartment dogs, great city dogs, bad legs and all that. So I know the breed really well. Anyway, jump forward, 2015, exactly how this happened. 2015, I already told Mum and everyone, I said, no, we're not going there for Easter. I'm sick of this because we've always had Easter and Christmas in Sydney even after Mum moved from Sydney. So no, okay, because I'm born and raised in Sydney. My mother moved with her second husband. Right, so I said, no. If Mum or rings, slam the phone in their ear. Okay, we're not going there for fucking Easter. I'm sick and tired of this. That was in 2015. So anyway, so I go to Andrew Palamo at Alpha Motive, go and wish him a happy Easter like I do. I was my ex-mechanic. And then I'm driving, past Sydney Park and so forth. Anyway, that's where I first met Brett. And he was selling a dog. Happened to be an English Bull Terrier. Okay, the negotiation happened before the dog's first knee surgery in April 2015. Brett had sold another dog before Baxter. He'd sold a standard poodle to the guy so Brett lived in Gibbs Street, Newtown. The guy that lived around the corner in White Horse Lane was named Shane. I know all this because it sussed out when I'm buying a dog off a guy. He was selling this dog because it had bad legs and skin pride, all these issues, and he wanted a female Brindle Terrier. The negotiation happened in April 2015. Now, Brett Aiken had told me, don't transfer the money. Don't transfer the money until he finds a female Brindle Terrier. I said, I'm not an idiot. He's a junkie. Brett Aikenhead is an ice addict nurse. This is where it all starts from. I said, I'm not going to. So I don't know the guy before April 2015, and I've never stalked him. He made up these delusional fantasies. Oh, he was, this protecting of me and all this shit. I was like, I don't know you, you fucking freak. I met you for the first time at Sydney Park. But you fucking weirdo. You fucking ice head fucking weirdo. You freak. You told me all the information, you fucking weirdo. So I negotiated a price. It was $2,000. I could have spent $2,000 for an English Bull Terrier from the breeder. They didn't have any health problems. Instead, I decided to give a dog a better life. Oh my god! I just got home. I'm exhausted. Give Baxter a better life. I paid $2,000 for Baxter. It's a transaction. I'm the owner. There's the change of ownership. I brought the dog for $2,000 with all his health problems, all his knee surgeries and everything. Now, I could have just gone to a breeder and brought an English Bull Terrier for $2,000 because that's their price, okay, with no health problems and not have to lay out all these other expenses. But I thought, no, you know what? It's happened this way for a reason and I don't mind his health problems, so I'll look after him. $2,000 plus 4 knee surgeries. There you go. Okay, a lot of money straight up is what it cost me. Now, Brett, the lying little piece of scumbag abo shit, Okay, this is how it all started. I never went out with these people. Giovanni's my ex-partner. I keep saying this. So, I negotiated this. Now, on the way home, as I said, I've met Brett. It's about 2 days before Easter. I get back to my place in Rushcutters Bay, and Giovanni, my partner, said, as soon as I walked in, "Oh, we're going to your mum's, going to Amanda's, your mum's for Easter." I'm like, "What?" Because you were told to slam the phone down in their ear. So, all right. I said, "We need to talk when I get home." So I'm sick of this. So I went and had Easter. On the way back, I said, "We need a break." He's like, "What?" So, "No, I need a break. I've had a gut for this." So I packed a bag and I stayed at my family's holiday house, 23 Bangalow Street, Essong Beach. During that time, I did have a couple of sex flings with that Brett, but so what? Giovanni's my ex. He's the only ex-partner I've had. He was my partner at the time until I left him in 2016. All right? I haven't had this magical story everyone's making up that I had all these boyfriends. I'm like, what are you talking about? I had one partner. And I left him at the end of 2016. I gave him a hall pass. Now, the only mature relatives at the time was Uncle Tony, Auntie Linda. At the end of April, they invited us over. They were still living in Maryland at the time. This is before they moved down to Yamble, near Barrel. And they invited us over for dinner on a Friday night. We go to the club, come back to their place, and, sitting there having coffee and sweets and so forth. And my cousins are there, so Carly, Jess, Christy, Saruni, they're all there. And next minute, it's like, "Have you left Gio?" Giovanni was there. And Giovanni starts bawling his eyes out. I'm like, "I haven't." Because he's like, he's left me. And I was like, "All right, Gio, I haven't left you. It's a break. I haven't left you." He was in absolute a mess. And I'm like, "Gio, this is only a break. Okay? It's a break. I need time." Now, that's my place, my money, my assets, my belongings. Giovanni lived for free. Okay? My car, my BMW, everything was mine. Okay? For my money, my savings, nothing to... Giovanni moved. When I met Giovanni Craig Consalvo, he was living in a share house in Kensington. He was homeless. He was rented a room from Paula Engelberthen. He had no money, no assets, no belongings. His entire life packed into a 3-door hatchback that he did not even own. In his bedroom, all he had was an Xbox, a small TV to play his Xbox on, and a mattress. This guy had nothing. He came with nothing. His ex-boyfriend before me, Mark Gilchrist, kicked him out of his place, and he lived in a share house. That's the fucking fact. And Giovanni was struggling in massive amounts of debt. When I met him, he was practically bankrupt when I fucking met him. Unlike me, that in one bank account alone had over 140,000. Now Giovanni can go and start telling the truth, so can my fucking mother. Because I'm sick and tired of this. And I was on a return to work, which means I was receiving my income still. Dickheads. From being a VIP host at Star Casino, I was mugged on my way home from work on a return to work. I've already explained this, won't explain it again. Plus, I had the savings from my investment property, 16 Scott Road. I never lived in it. I was the landlord of it. I rented it out. Okay, I had that money. I had a good profit. I had pretty much no mortgage on it. I had fixed term deposits and savings accounts. Not some criminal involved in drugs. Thanks, never have been. All worked hard. Cash in hand jobs, working for Steve Hatch-Dimitri, working for Jeff at the Tough and Glass place, doing maintenance work, and having my job there at Star Casino as well. Plus the investment property. All my money, my BMW, okay, my assets, my belongings, and my apartment. And Giovanni lived for free without ever having to pay rent or utilities. We discussed these 2 years ago when he even said, "But you said I didn't have to." It's like, well, that's right. I did say that. Because he was moving into my place. Whether he lived there or not, I'm paying the same amount of rent and the same amount of utilities. So for Giovanni to get ahead, I did say that. I said, look, because he was struggling really bad when I met him. I said, "I don't have to contribute because, he was my partner." So he lived for free off me. But then he was going out clubbing all the time and started lying about me and did this bullshit other scam and pretend to be a carer and all this other fucking rubbish behind my back. Okay? Which made me really turn off him in the last 11 years. Okay, these are the facts. I've never been dumped. Whoever made these stories up, "Oh, he's suicidal because he got..." Are you fucking insane? Are you fucking insane? Everyone who knows me knows I don't care for relationships. You fucking nuts. You deadbeat fucking police officers. You guys are fucking dirty pigs using a fucking scam. But you ever say I'm suicidal again? You fucking scam little cunts. That's why I pretend to be mentally retarded. To get back at these organisations. You fucking scamming little cunts. I had a bad injury after work and another bad health issue in 2010. Pushed through it, kept going, did my studies, and had a green card to the US that you fucking cunts, you pigs of police lost. Lost the green card and you lost my return to work. What else are you going to do, you fucking little bastard? I want to see government workers dragged through the concrete by the federal government. You fucking scummy pieces of lying shit. I've had it since 2009. I won't back down and keep my fucking mouth shut now. So I buy a dog off a dirty Abo for $2,000. Just jump back to April 2015. Paid $2,000 for a dog that needed 4 knee surgeries. I've got the documents where Brett Aiken had filled out the change of ownership, came back in my name, transferred $2,000 into his account. I wasn't going to transfer the money until I got the papers. He was told that. So when he's like, oh, he stole the dog. I'm like, no. When you take ownership of the dog, there's a negotiation in place. I'm waiting for those papers to come back before. He's like, but you still owe me $2,000. I'm like, I want my papers. I'm not a fool. I'm not going to just give you $2,000 without the papers. Okay? I took ownership of the dog in April 2015. The paperwork came through around the 5th of December in 2015. $2,000 was transferred into Brett Aikenhead's account straight after that. And that was for my ANZ account. These are the facts. October 2015. Okay, so Brett was not my partner. He was treated like a free prostitute. So, you know, like I do any other guy that I have sex with outside of my relationship. A free prostitute is all he was treated. He was a fucking free prostitute. Just like any other guy, treating him like a free prostitute, like a fuck buddy, because that's all he was. Someone that you go and visit for sex. He's not someone that you want to be friends with. He's not someone that you want a relationship with. He's a prostitute. A free fucking little cunt, dirty, filthy, animal, abo prostitute. That's what he was. Okay? Something to wank into. Okay? And I wasn't the only guy doing that, fucking him at the time. Treating him like a free prostitute. Now, Giovanni was my partner. I made that perfectly clear when everyone started making up these stories. Brett Aikenhead kept putting across social media, one time he put that we were brothers. I thought that was creepy. Another time, he's putting all this shit going, oh, he's my boyfriend. I'm like, Brett, can you stop? Because other people are seeing this and everybody knows Giovanni's my partner. Everyone knows he's my partner. I'm not just going to leave Giovanni and go into another relationship. I'm definitely not going to have a relationship with you. So it got so messy that I ended up going, okay, this is not going to work. And I found another fuck buddy fling by this guy named Michael, Brazilian guy. That was just like another fuck buddy fling, no emotion, no friendship, just sex on the side. And I'm allowed to do that without my mother, Carol, or my twin sister, Amanda, or my aunties, or my cousins stalking social media. And it's like, who's Justin with what's going on in Justin's life? Because you're fucking deadbeat women. I can have sex like just the same as, well, Johnny Totaro did on his wife. Well, you want to talk about loyalty, Johnny Totaro? I doubt we'll ever be friends again, mate. Not after your behaviour in the last 11 years. John Totaro, thanks, mate. Well done. Yeah, I always had your back. I mean, here's the thing. Straight mates of mine always screwed around with their wives. I never affiliated them with their prostitutes. Well, that's insane. You affiliate them with a wife, with a partner, not the prostitutes. Same as Andrew Palmer. Affiliate Andrew Palmer. So I wouldn't affiliate John Totaro with Michelle. I would affiliate John Totaro with Michelle, his first wife, or Sandra, his second wife. I'm not going to affiliate him with the prostitutes he sleeps with. So a bit of respect, thanks, guys, because I treated you with that. I saw what you slept with behind your wives' backs. Okay, and I wouldn't be there going, oh, who's he running around with now? He's got a partner at home. No. I never did that. Same as I never did that for Andrew Palamo. I'm like, no, Andrew Palamo's wife's Teresa Palamo, and that's it. Who he screws around with, which I saw who he screws around with, that's who he screws around with. That's not any affiliate of him. That's just a fuck. That's a prostitute. The same as those other people are just prostitutes to me. Okay? My straight friends should remember that. Okay? Simple. Fucking simple. Now, so I went out with this, started screwing around with this other guy. Brett found out. He got the shits, caused all this commotion when he was off his face on ice in October 2015. Gets arrested. Newtown police are asking me all these questions about him, what I know. And I said, funny enough. But yeah, he tells me, because I asked him. He gets some guy from Lilyfield. So I gave him the details. And some other guy, there's Kaiser, Jackie, and a guy called Wayne Warren from Williams Appliances. Okay, that's where he buys his drugs from. And then they said to me, will you make that statement in court if we subpoena you for next year in 2016? I'm like, yeah, of course. No worries. Then I started getting a group of criminals harassing me where I lived. See my mum do anything? No. Then they did the mentally retarded scam to try and cover up that these people are heavily involved in drugs, drug use and drug dealing. It didn't work. So they kept trying to discredit me. Oh, Brett told me he would do it. He was going to try and discredit me so no one will believe me because it's simple. Have you met my cunt mother? You met the bitch? That's why it's so simple for people to do this to me. And that's what he was doing because a copper from Newtown Police told Brett my statement. This is where it all started from. That's where it all started from. And I was mincing my words like when all this, I was telling my partner, Giovanni, what's going on here. I'm like, I've got a green card to America. All I did was buy a fucking dog and fuck a complete stranger. That's it. I don't know these people. I brought a dog and fucked a complete stranger. I've got a fucking green card to the US. I don't need this rubbish. So I was keeping everything on the low. Okay? The whole lot to go, oh, I'm just going to mince my words, but not say too much in case it, I get dragged into something more. No, now I don't have to. Now I'll tell you. So, Siad, what did I say this? Siad, what's the other deadbeats as well? How's Rob going with his dog Jess? So, yeah, you fucking dickheads. I'll be a cunt to everyone. Why? You're the ones that harassed my life after Brett lied about me on social media. So that's how it all started. And I was mincing my words, being really on the plane and on the down, going to my partner at the time, Jonathan Craig Consalvo. Because I'm like, I got permanent resident to the US. I don't need any, to be involved in this. All I did was buy a dog and sleep with a complete stranger. That's it. That's how this fucking started. I bought a dog and slept with a complete stranger I don't know. That's exactly how this fucking shit started. Then the Stephanie Salas popped it up on social media in October 2015. And there was all this drama caused. Then Brett Aikenhead's friend harassed me, that Peter Fry. Then he drugged me on G. I was like, oh my God, this is getting worse. Of course it is because Carol, you can fuck off, you lowlife. But I do have the statement there that I'll make sure. I better get that printed out as well. So I made sure I tried to entrap Brett Aikenhead's friends. Anyone that was affiliated to Brett Aikenhead, I tried to entrap. Every single person that was remotely connected to Brett Aikenhead, which meant I got Peter Fry to write a statement. He's a friend of Brett Aikenhead's. I can't stand the scrawny little cunt abo. So this was just going on and on and on from, since I was lied about it in 2015. Now, Giovanni and myself, we're at Bill's out the front there on the 1st of January in 2016, thanks. I'm there in Crown Street playing handball with my dog around the corner, come back to the table, and I said exactly that after I was lied about last year. Not only have I been getting harassed by some deadbeat fucking losers, but there's also these weird organisations, social and support workers. All my partner had to do was stand up. He knows my mother wasn't going to have my back, so all he had to do was stand up as my partner and say, okay, let's get this sorted out legally. No, but he wanted to be a cunt at the time because I left him. So I know. He forgets that I actually know that he was screwing around behind my back and pretending to be a carer. Taking time off work, pretending to be a carer and going off screwing around behind my back. But he wouldn't help. I was like, you're an asshole like my mum. That's what Jill was doing. So, yeah. And I said this on the 1st of January. So I was like, oh, well, I'm alone. I don't have a family having my back and my partner's not going to have my back, so I'll do what I have to do. Play a prank on them. So IGA was fake to try and catch Mark Henner out. Like I said, Mark Henner told me all about George, the fat little short little Greek thing from the Sergeant Surrey Hills Police Station. Because I was trying to entrap the whole group of people. Anyone affiliated with Brett Aikenhead, Stephanie Salas, any friends of them like Spiro, and all their whole little gang. I thought, fuck you, you don't just take information from social media and start stalking my life. Okay? And I already did it once where I was like, oh, okay, just, let's get away with this easy because the green card, I don't, it's like, oh, we just plead this and just plead that. It's like, okay, I'm just getting dragged into too many scams here. You literally just keep dragging me into scams since 2015. And that's what you're doing. Someone that, like myself, that's living with health conditions and disability, that still held a green card to the US with that, and I was on a return to work at Star Casino, you're just doing too many scams using lies about me. And yeah, my head was spinning around with the amount of fucking people getting involved. Now, same thing happened when Giovanni did his little bullshit with Abigail Noyce and then Stephanie Salas scams, and we're going around in circles with the criminals and police. Yeah, Stephanie Salas should have been arrested in 2017. There's no recent fallout. Stephanie Salas was told to fuck off in 2006. There is no recent fallout. She was told to fuck off and never show her face again in 2006. Prior to, and I'm not bisexual. I never went out with her. I never had sex with her. Okay, but police brought that. And you're doing some great scams. Oh, Belinda Jeffries. Belinda Jeffries I met in August 2013. She's a cocaine dealer. She's a cocaine dealer. Okay. Hey, this is just going to be like these people freely gave me the information, but then there's all my documents, so you can see that I don't do drugs, but they do. So what? I'm there, go socializing with people, and I'm spectating. Oh, that's what Anthony Toomer's doing. Okay, fine. Oh, that's what Walter Kennard's doing. All right. I don't really give a shit who you know or what media outlet you know. I don't think the law does either. Okay? Belinda Jeffries was bouncing around, thinks everyone's like-minded to her. So, yeah, and I met her big cocaine dealer, Ush, the Russian guy. You guys told me the information. I'm there spectating. I saw what you did. I just kept my mouth shut because like, oh, okay. And I went back and told Giovanni everything. So everything I've seen, I went back to my partner and I was saying, this is what they do. This is what's been going on. Yeah. Anyway. And at the same time, I'm going to my doctors pretty much on every Wednesday getting toxicology reports done to prove that I don't use drugs. Because a shisha or hookah, the Arabic pipe, well, that's not drugs. Cigars, that's not drugs. So anyway, yeah. That's how all this started. It's a scam. It was using false information about me for people. What, did the government roll out some more money? Some more money for mentally retarded or mental health or disability, or is it social work scam or support, or is it the fact that people thought I was dying? I was dying of AIDS is what was spread around, and that information came directly from Belinda Jeffries. Yeah. So in 2016, she told me that, she goes, are you dying of AIDS? I'm like, what? Oh, Stephanie called me and said you were dying of AIDS. And then Belinda Jeffries started telling everybody I'm dying of AIDS, which is a criminal offence, and I'm not dying of AIDS. But that's what Belinda Jeffries, the cocaine dealer, who buys large quantities of cocaine from Ush, that fat sort of like Russian guy that her partner, Claude, he's massaged Ush a couple of times. Claude sells cannabis, by the way. So Belinda Jeffries sells cocaine, and Claude, who plays in a band, Lapis Sky, I think it's called, he sells cannabis. There you go. Yeah, I'm not like-minded.